I'm Ariani Ibarra, and I go to school at DSST Cedar, and I'm in 7th grade. When I grow up, I want to be a nurse. I chose DSST because I know this school will help me get there. In 2004, DSST made a promise to transform education in Colorado and end educational inequity. 2 decades later, that promise has been carried out every single day at every school by people who believe in the power of education and the power of young people. It all started with an idea more than 20 years ago.
The working hypothesis was, let's see if we can do something different in public education in Colorado to demonstrate that every child, if given the right opportunities, could succeed.
The vision was to create just a high school, one high school, and to create an environment where they could thrive and compete for any entrance at any college of their choice.
We started DSST with the belief that all students, no matter who you are, you deserve and can achieve a world-class education in high school.
I was so enamored and so respected what David was wanting to put together in terms of a school that would allow students who might not otherwise think about a STEM education be at a school that would allow them to thrive.
After years of planning, fundraising, approvals, and construction, in early 2004, DSST Montview was ready to accept students for instruction. The rubber was about to meet the road. What would happen when students arrived?
We wanted to have this thing called morning meeting, which was a very new concept. I don't think any school in Denver had that at that moment, where we came together as a school community every day. And so we held morning meeting out in the parking lot. I think in many ways that set the tone for the organization. We had morning meeting in 50-degree weather, we had it in 20-degree weather. But I do think it expressed to our students and our families and our team how important community was.
First years of DSST were actually really great. Just as fun as they were exhausting, but that founding team was just amazing. It was just the right people at the right time in the right place, and it was just the right chemistry.
We would have our staff meetings every day. Our staff meetings were in one classroom, and that was all of DSST. And it was just a lot of talk about we are building a school. How are we building it? Is it what we want to see?
DSST truly has a sense of what our core is, our core being our mission statement, our core values, our commitment to educational equity, and our view of the human condition. And those 4 statements work together to create, I think, a conceptual and cohesive core that inspires people, that grounds people.
It was a values-based education: respect, responsibility, courage, curiosity, integrity, and doing your best. That created a motivated culture of educational excellence.
Developing the core values and the culture of the school was really the best part. And I think that it's the part that lasts beyond anybody's time at DSST.
It was this famous moment when the first graduating class, every single student was admitted to a 4-year school, and it was a front page headline in the Rocky Mountain News with a picture of the class and all the students are wearing their accepted schools. All of a sudden, that changed the conversation in Denver.
And I think people started to believe, actually, maybe this can be true for all kids, and maybe it can be done.
With one school, DSST had shown that students from all backgrounds can achieve educational equity and excellence. People noticed, and they wanted more. By 2010, the 2nd and 3rd schools, Montview Middle School and Green Valley Ranch High School, opened. Could the success be repeated? Yes. The test scores and rankings demonstrated success. Calls for more school continued to grow, and by 2021, DSST was a network of 16 schools, including an expansion in Aurora on the Anschutz campus.
We had a lot of communities that said, hey, can we get a DSST school? We always had this belief that we wanted communities to invite us in, not for DSST just to come in. The Cole community literally held a press conference. They announced that they wanted to shrink their school to a K-5 so they could invite DSST in to open a 612. And so we could create a comprehensive pre-K to 12 campus. It was a moment that I think was celebrated nationally and highlighted nationally for many years to come about how a community, a public district, and a charter school system can work together. Similarly, we expanded in Aurora because we got invited.
You know, I led the Aurora Public Schools from 2013 to 2023. And so Bill Kurtz and I really started talking along with other community leaders around, is there a potential there to bring what was a very strong model into the Aurora Public Schools? It's one of only 6 campuses in the country where you have high school students co-resident with a medical research facility.
President Obama created what he called the Commencement Challenge. We were selected and voted by the country to be a top 3 high school. In the end, we had the opportunity to be on Oprah. She presented us with a $1 million check. Winning the Broad Prize in 2018 as the best charter school network in the country was something that I think validated all the hard work our team has done.
It's going to make Denver an even stronger, better city in the future. And investment in education is just an investment in the community that school takes part of.
We now have thousands of alumni out there who are changing the world. Many of whom these students are the first in their family to go to college and have set a whole trajectory for themselves. And I think we have changed the trajectory of a lot of families who now have the expectation, because the first did it at DSST and now all the other ones are following.
And I was the first in my immediate household to go to college. And so being able to attend CU Boulder and graduate and kind of start on the career trajectory that I have been is something that I don't think would have been possible.
I was surrounded by people who were there to support me and believed in me. And it just gave me the environment to thrive. I set those high standards for myself and went to college, and being a first-generation student as well, that was a really big thing for me. And I ended up graduating with my bachelor's, going on to my master's right now, and then full circle moment coming back to DSST and kind of bringing that same story and teaching that to kids.
I have really impactful memories from my time at DSST Cole, marching to the Capitol with my peers, with the support of our teachers, about Black Lives Matter, about DACA and undocumented students. And that's what I carried with me, and it just really sparked my passion for community, for organizing, for the power of the people.
What does DSST mean to me? I think it really means that it is a place that is committed to Denver and now Aurora.
It means hope for the future. I think what DSST really means to me is that there is a different path in public education.
I think for me, DSST is community. People who really care about each other and take good care of each other, as well as our belief in the students.
I think what DSST means to me personally is opportunity. DSST is still a place where any student from any background can go and have the opportunity to improve not only their life, but their families' lives. By getting your college degree and students moving on to higher, better paying jobs, those students can not only have a better life for themselves, but lift up their family with it.
I am one of the 7,200 wonderfully unique students in the DSST network. We are building STEM skills and mindsets. We are working hard to develop a deep sense of self and to be college ready. I'm a DSST student, and we are going to change the world.